God damn it. Oh man, is it ever getting rough here in fucking Crapita? And holy fuck, are we the craptacular? We're crapped out. The fucking bullshit heap of fucking flaming fucking dung heap of dumpster fires. The fucking bullshit's on fire, folks. It's a dumpster fire of fucking horse shit here in Canada. How do I explain this in more delicate language? Well, morning, 4:20. Kind of rough out here, folks. Oh, god damn it. Well, there's no point in putting that left foot in front of the right foot anymore, folks. To try and yeah. To try and pretend we can soldier our way out of this, that ain't happening. You know, a few weeks back, I made videos, or well, in the last few days, I made videos about how only in the last few weeks has construction started again. Now, all these construction zones, they seem to be, when you read the development sign on front, it says purpose-built rental. One of these buildings, it says 50 stories, all market, like 480 rental units and something about 96 units to be, affordable housing or some bullshit. That's how they get their deals through, is with this affordable housing. The government is subsidizing the bullshit to get it off the ground. You think there's 44% of the economy is the government paying itself to do its own work for it? It's way more. The private companies are owned and run by the government. All these real estate deals that are getting bailouts, they took the checks every 2 weeks for the last 5 years on those last bad bonds that they couldn't make good on, but they paid themselves out. The engineers, the architects, the payroll staff, the salespeople, all of the development costs, they got paychecks every 2 weeks, right? Well, that money never existed. Now when the government comes in ex post facto making good on those bonds, they were getting paid government jobs in the private sector. Those were paid government jobs. They still are, because all these new projects that they're actually, turning the shovel, actually doing something, actually banging the hammers at, the private condos, the ones that were for sale, they're still not building on those ones. I could take you around to dozens of sites that, on Monday or on a Tuesday, there's like 18 people there. There should be way more than 100 people working on that whole site if they were trying to get in the middle of summer. It's the middle of summer and I didn't see no work happening. Like I said, sub 25% of a normal workforce at all these large condominium sites here in Burnaby and Vancouver, other locations. And then all of a sudden, they allow this rental and they put all this money and they're talking about bailouts. The only sites that started operating again, they're still operating with only about a half a crew. They still have a reduced crew on the site, but the building's going up. Fewer jobs, fewer fucking money back into the economy. It's governments paying them to build empty rental apartments in Vancouver now. The apartments that did get built and got finished in the last year or two, or got finished and opened up for rentals this spring and summer, there's nobody renting them. Nobody has any jobs to afford the rates that they're charging for rent are unaffordable unless you're working at the government job. But when they're paying you out through this third party system that the government's actually backstopping and paying for, and in the end, with all the bailouts, the government's fucking signing your check in deficit spending with this newfound form of quantitative easing where it's not bailing out the banks, it's bailing out the motherfuckers who fucked up for the banks, and then bailing out the banks by proxy, because that's just the next step of where that fucking money goes. Real quantitative easing, what they should have done, and what they used to do, is the companies themselves would default, go under, bankruptcy, closures, all that stuff. But the banks, they in the USA in 2008, they didn't want to let the banks go under. But when it's the whole economy, and you have your whole economy based on building fictitious houses for phantoms that don't exist, and people who are foreigners that never will live there, we're just building empty fucking the bell curve, and they can't build any more condos to even have the fictitious, the story that rich foreign investors are buying those. Why the fuck couldn't we build roads? Couldn't we build bridges? Couldn't we build anything other than fucking housing? That's the only one trick pony in this fucking town of Schittscoover. And that's all they know how to do, is build more houses for more people who don't exist. The population is in decline. There's no jobs. There's no fucking anything to support this numbers on the book that they're lying to you about, that they're obviously high on their own supply, lying to themselves about. And now all of these release of money for the rental stock, if all the materials are going to cost 50% tariffs, the cost to finish that building, are they going to get finished, or are they just going to stall out again? This is the question. I don't know. Is it going to be project by project, whether they stop or whether they get more government funding? It's just the leaves rustling in the trees. What the fuck, Canada? No fucking trade deal. And everything in the way of materials and logistics, because it's all coming up from stateside. Because it's all coming from someplace else, folks. We didn't do all our manufacturing. You think it's gone now? You think it's going to be gone? Well, the reason why it's so easy to kill it all now is because slowly, incrementally over time, since NAFTA fucking number one, back there in the 90s, all the jobs have been moving elsewhere. We could have manufacturing, but that would mean not taxing the businesses into oblivion and into leaving. The whole 50%, or what they say, 50 some odd percent, 60% of small businesses have considered closing or moving to the States in the last year, since Carney got in the last year and a half. It's going down the fucking, it's going down the hill. It's going down the south of fucking sideways, folks. They must have done a polling and checked out what the middle-aged liberal, the boomer liberal voter, the El Bozos, said in their polling, that, no deal is in effect, as you choose to not make a choice, that's in effect also a choice. You're letting the other person decide. Well, they're going to fuck us over. It's like, is this a play so that the Brookfield stocks and the New York Stock Exchange can just keep going up while Canada goes down and takes on the losses that the bad bets, the other side of the stock market bets? What do they call those? Derivatives? Anyways. Fuck. I don't think that. I think by the fall, a lot of these fucking jobs and sites are just gonna shut down for good. It's empty lots wherever you go, and that's what they're gonna fucking stay. And they're gonna fucking run themselves aground of money to even pay security or even pay the fence rentals. And yep, you didn't think it could get any worse, and the bad deal went bust. And now, even worse than that, we're not even gonna get any of that fucking good old nectar of the gods fucking Yankee Doodle Dandy bourbon on the shelves to drown our sorrows with when you've got no job, no paycheck, evicted, and out on the streets, and you need a can of tuna fish or a can of beans and a fucking can opener and a fucking fork and a bottle of bourbon and your little fucking bindle. And this is now the Canadian fucking status quo. Holy fuck. Well, welcome to the club, folks. I've been here living the hobo fabulous lifestyle for a whole summer, and now it looks like we're gonna move into the winter also, because there's not going to be any jobs and not going to be any houses, and all the houses are going to be empty because you're going to be living in the street, because they're going to have to keep increasing the rates because they're going to keep printing wallpaper money, and we're going to fucking float tits up. I guess that's all of fucking Canada now, floating tits up. You ain't even going to be able to afford fucking booze at the store. Isn't Pabst American? How the fuck did this get in here? Thought they were out of fucking Utah or Ohio or something. Oh, this is made in Guelph, Canada. Well, I guess they have a subsidiary in Canada somewhere that will soon to be shut down. Anyways, as far as all this bullshit goes, well, it was nice knowing you. And everybody who's taking off for greener pastures, I don't blame you. I'm going to stay here and film all kinds of what I can on record and film the great Canadian only depression. Canada was the only by 2033. We'll be back walking donkeys, walking beside the donkey, pulling the cart. Will be nope, we're done for. Just when you thought it couldn't get any worse, here we are, and that's the way it is. It's like that, and that's the way it is. That's all I got for you. I can't believe it. We're done in more ways than one.